Jerry Avant Jr., and he was shot 27 times. Joining us from Rockingham, North Carolina for an exclusive interview, Jerry's fiancée, Jill DeGarmo, and his sister, Frances Green. Ladies, good morning. And first of all, please allow me to express how sorry we are for your loss. Jill,
Thank you.
Jill, let me begin with you. You are a nurse, and you were working at the nursing home when the shooting occurred. Where exactly were you in relation to where the shooting was, and how did you find out about it?
Well, I'm not a nurse, I'm a med tech. I work under a nurse. I was working in the TLC unit. It's a lot unit with Alzheimer's patients, dementia.
How did you find out about the shooting, and when you found out about it, what did you do, Jill?
We heard Jerry over the intercom, and I couldn't make out everything he was trying to say. Something about lock the doors. And one of the girls got a call that there had been a shooter in the building. And the first thing we did, we grabbed the patients as quickly as possible and got them in a room that would hold everyone. And we put the blinds down and made sure everyone was in there. Turned the lights off, got it quiet. And it seemed like after we got the last patient in there, within, I don't know, about a minute after we had got one of the patients in there, we heard the doors open up and we heard a couple of shots go off. And we stayed in there till we got someone come back there and said they had got him. And when the girls had told me that Jerry had been shot, and I asked the workers to keep an eye on the residents, and I went to the front to see where he was. And he was laying on the floor bleeding, and I ran and got some towels and tried to help control his bleeding the best I could until someone got there.
And what did you and Jerry say to each other during this time?
He told me he felt like he was dying, and I kept telling him he wasn't going to die. Everything would be okay, and he asked me to pray with him, and he started to pray, and he said a couple more times, he said, I'm dying, and I guess I just didn't think that way. I didn't think that no matter how bad it got, and he was not going to die. He was going to be okay. And he was losing some consciousness. I just tried to keep him awake the best I could until someone got there. And then once the paramedics got there, they took over.
And then he ended up going to the hospital, and is that where he died?
They took him to the hospital, and that's when I gave my supervisor my keys, and I got in my car and went to the hospital as quickly as I could. I wasn't able to get in to see him because they had got him into surgery. But the doctor informed me during surgery that he had come out and spoke with me that his heart had stopped. And they did revive him, but I guess his heart stopped a second time around and they couldn't revive him. He had lost too much blood.
In the final seconds, Frances, how do you want people to remember your brother?
How do I want to remember my brother, or the world to remember my brother? My brother was a very compassionate, wonderful person. I couldn't have went out and handpicked a better brother. I mean, God blessed me with a wonderful brother for 39 years.
Yes.
And I love him so much, and I'm going to miss him so much.
Ladies, we thank you, and again, please accept our deepest sympathy.